Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Cyril Marchetti. Website's in the top, or website, I should say, is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to check that out if you want to. Supportive Oracle cards. Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Yay! Illustrated by Jesse Reish, which is on the top up there. And then there's a website, hayhouse.com, somewhere in the bottom there, if you want to freeze frame if you need to. All right, what do we have for Leo? I'm getting a fun energy, like right off the bat. Kind of like, crap happens, but I'm fine. That's so, okay, keep going. Let's just get through it. Because something isn't right, but you seem to have a really positive attitude about it. Kind of like, well, that's what happens. What do you want? I feel like you're just kind of really, I'm not accepting loss. I'm not accepting failure. I'm accepting a lesson learned, and I'm moving on. You're not letting yourself like wallow in something, which is good. I feel like that's very good. Because if I let myself sit here, I will literally not be able to move on from it, and I don't want that. Something definitely went wrong. Okay, why are you so positive? Like, I mean, that's good, but like, you got the Ten of Swords, but I'm getting a very positive energy, unless I'm crazy. I could be crazy. The Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Fire. No, that's how the cookie crumbles. I'm getting all this together, but you're picking yourself right back up. Something went really wrong, picking yourself right back up. Kind of like, I'm not accepting this Ten of Swords. I'm not willing to accept it. I'm not accepting it. I'm just not. That is what's happening, but you're like, I'm not accepting it. You're turning that Ten of Swords into the Ten of Wands. Same strife, same pain, except the Ten of Wands leads into success. I'll go through it, I'll deal with it, but I'm not going to just I'm not just going to let failure happen. Yeah, it went bad, but so what? I'm going to pick myself up, I'm moving forward, and you're deciding to change the whole game. This is what makes Leo so awesome, quite frankly. Because you can fall flat on your face and still be like, well, then I fell on my face. I'm going to get up and do it again, or I'm going to get up and do it differently, or I'm going to get up and do something else totally. If it's that bad, if this isn't working that bad, I'm just going to do something totally different. And I'm just not going to sit here and wallow in failure. I'm just not going to do it. You're picking yourself up. I feel like you might be accepting the block in this situation. Is that true? Because I see you might be accepting the block in the situation. What is the situation? So Justice. Justice and the Six of Swords. But then this situation isn't for me. But then it's not. What is going on with this? Somebody's acting like something is better than it is. It's not you, though. You're accepting that it's not working, and you're just changing the landscape. You're just like, well, then I'm going to do things differently. I wouldn't say you're like you're in a good mood. I feel like you're in a good mood. I wouldn't say you like the outcome, but you're just kind of like, hey, then that's on them. There also seems to be this energy of somebody expecting you to act a certain way or react a certain way, and you're not giving it to them. That might be part of this too. The Ten of Swords, you're blowing me away with that. Because it's like you're having the Ten of Swords moment, but you're like, yeah, it's just not going to get the better of me, that's all. There's somebody expecting you. Is it one person? It might be more than one person expecting you to react a certain way, and you're like, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to play. I don't have time for your game. I keep getting that. I don't have time for your game. I'm a Leo. I got success on the board. I gotta go get my success. Sorry. You want some sad story? You're gonna have to make it up yourself, because I'm not gonna be here for it. Not here for it. Just not. Nope. This is very powerful movement forward. You're not letting yourself wallow in it. I don't think that's bad for you. At some point, I feel like you got to review and accept what happened and why it happened. I would highly recommend. I like Paul McKenna, but there's definitely other gurus out there. The book I'm thinking is How to Mend Your Broken Heart. I use it for situations, coworkers, people, whatever it may be, wherever you need to use it. you need to make sure you sort out the baggage. The emotional baggage will come back to haunt you later. You don't have to do it now, but I feel like they're saying don't let the emotional baggage hold you down later because it will come back. They're saying it's good that you're picking yourself up. You're in control of the moment. You're not letting this hold you down right now. But when the moment is right and you're on your own terms and you're safe and you're where you need to be, make sure you sort out this energy. Make sure you sort it out and clear it out because it just doesn't disappear. It's going to be there in some respect. That Paul McKenna book is one way to do it, but you got to think through the situation, think through what happened and why it went where it went. Sort it out, make peace with it so you can literally get rid of it. Otherwise, it's just kind of like lurking there in the shadows. It's not going to disappear. Totally respect, now is not the time. Totally respect that, but on your terms, when you're ready, bring it forward, sort it out, clear it out. Because I feel like that's what they're warning you about. Like, it's not disappearing. You have control of it when you want to. At this point, at this time, you have control of when and where and how. But later on, it might get more intense. Instead of, like, just pretending it's okay, like, I feel like they're saying on the other side, we're not going to pretend it's okay when it's not. Whatever it was wrong, and it should not have happened. But you deciding when it comes forward is good. There's some foolery going on here. Could you give me some clarity on that Wheel of Fortune? Why am I not the fan of the Wheel of Fortune today? I usually like that card. Empress and the Seven of Fire. From this, a great change will come. From this, you get more opportunities. And it's good to see it that way, but it's like doing that self-audit to understand like what and why and who did we trust that maybe we shouldn't have. And what were the red flags that would have led us to that conclusion before it happened. Life is about learning and advancing, and sometimes the answers aren't as simple as they seem. That's why they're highly recommending sorting this out later, going through the whole thing emotionally yourself on your terms when you're ready. It seems to be very, very heavy with that. Because I feel like there's something here that didn't work out right. And I feel like if you wait a distance, emotional distance, you do seem to have connection with the history of the situation where you can access something, even if it's emails. It's probably a person, but even if it's emails or some type of documentation where you can look back and go, that's where it started to go south, and I wasn't realizing that that's where it started. To me, I knew we had a conflict, I just didn't realize that was the beginning of the end. I just did not know. Because somebody played it off like it was better than it was, but that wasn't the truth. They strategically used me the way they wanted to. When that moment happened, they made up their mind, and I became their pawn. Are we sure? Four of Cups and the Death card. Yeah, the Death card. Four of Cups kind of came up upside down. Like there was a conflict with somebody in the past, is what I'm getting. And they made up their mind what they were going to do with you at that point, and they used you to their advantage. Take it with a grain of salt. It's a general read. You wouldn't willingly let somebody do that. I know that, obviously. But looking back in retrospect, I feel like you can see it, and you can see how you can see what they did. They knew what to say, when to say it, and they set you up. And then when they were done, they just flat out walked away. Can we something a little bit more about this person? Like, what is the deal with them? Like, were they really offended, or that might not be an odd thing for them to do. I feel like this might not. I don't think you're alone in this group of people. It seems like a group of people who might have been treated this way by this person over their life so far. You're just the current, or maybe when this is going, you were the current person that they did this to. There's a lot of clues around this person. There's emotional damage here. I can feel it. I can feel it very strong. Something is still lingering there. It has to be released. What am I missing? There's something I'm missing. I know there's something I'm missing. What am I missing with Leo here? You really did believe in this person at one point. And maybe it meant more than I'm realizing. You accepted it and let go. But they're saying, yeah, this person really, like, I feel like they really did do a number on you. And that's why we want to really, like, sort it out, move it on, address what's going on there. I don't know. I feel like they really did. Like, this is a personal thing for you. I feel like Leo can be very private about this type of thing. When somebody really does hurt you, that's significant. I also feel like Leo's very private about that. That's not usually... People don't usually know when somebody really gets to you. I feel like you're very careful, and that's like a very sensitive subject. So it's another reason they're like, when you need to work it out on your own terms, you work it out that way, because this person did. They did. They really hurt you. They really did. You picked up the pieces and moved on, but this created some emotional damage. That's why they're saying, sort it out on your own terms, work it out however you need to. That book's an idea by Paul McKenna. Therapist might be helpful. Sorting it out yourself, going through the whole situation and realize what was their problem and what they did and what type of person they were. This is the type of thing that can make it hard to go into another relationship or go into another situation and trust people, because it's kind of like, when I do these things, those people hurt me, not realizing it was that person, but viewing it as a those people, not a that person, if that makes sense. Like, I've seen men get upset, like, they view women in a certain category because they're like, oh, women are like this, but it's not women. Maybe that woman was, or vice versa, for females sometimes. It's not all men. It's like this one type of man, or this one guy was like this horrible troll, and then, but it's hard not to view it as these own, or they take some other characteristic. All people with brown eyes, or I'm gonna say all people with brown eyes because I have brown eyes. All people with brown eyes, or evil people. It's kind of like they categorize it by this generalization instead of realizing it's not. The person who was horrible had that characteristic, but it was literally that person, not that characteristic. That type of thing. I hope this helps, because I feel like they're saying, sort it out when you're ready on your own terms, just so it doesn't cause more damage later in your life. That's what they're saying. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.